Let's do it. That was the brother, though. That's not the one he's fighting. That's the brother.
Oh.
He's fighting Logan Paul. Jake Paul is the nigga that knocked out.
I thought he was fighting him.
Before we get into that, but Logan Paul is the older brother.
Gotcha.
Jake Paul is the younger brother that knocked out Nate Robinson.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he's seen, I guess they, was talking, I'm gonna knock your brother out, this, that, and the third, and then Jake Paul took his hat. So
he basically jumped. He's about to get
basically jumped into it. You know what I mean? Basically,
But his brother not a professional either.
Huh?
These niggas not professional boxers though.
No, they're not professional boxers, but these niggas are like, how can I say? They've been doing this shit since they were young.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Yeah, but they're not on. Of course, not on. No, they haven't fought on a competition like for gold medalists and go through the rankings and fought Oscar De La Hoya, Zab Zuda, Felix Trinidad, of course. But that don't count.
No.
That Floyd, especially on Floyd's stature. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, you can't. Those guys are idiots. Like, they don't until you go and compete competitively. Nothing you doing count, bro. Like, I'm just being honest with y'all. When I was coming up in the gym, it was people like that. Like, they couldn't never really, because you don't develop. And what happens is you keep hitting the bag every day.
Right, of course.
I mean, that shit ain't about nothing. Working out, even a little bit of sparring. When you start to understand scoring points, style, delivery, the strategic, all that brute shit doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you can punch hard, and make yourself
right.
Nah, it starts to. That's when the technical shit comes in. You got to be able to think,
and that's what we was talking about. Like, you know what I mean? As far as like, it's like technically, with the celebrity boxing, this is what people's looking for, just KOs and shit like that.
Right.
And that's all they just looking for in the actual game of boxing. You know what I mean? The sport. You know what I mean? It's strategic. You know what I mean? And with the celebrity boxing thing, it's just niggas just brawling. It's just a brawl. You're going up there, you know how it is. It's like around the way, you put the gloves on and niggas just swinging, you know what I mean? Niggas around the way. So, and that's what's going to take the game away from, the sport away from boxing, because a lot of people just want to look for this celebrity thing. You know what I mean? It's going to come to the point where I really feel like people's going to watch, just celebrity boxing and actually forget about, the actual sport of, these boxers and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen A was talking
about that. And we always talk about it. We said this in one of our old podcasts.
Yeah, we started.
Going to be pretty much one.
They stole it from us.
They're going. The sport is pretty much going to become dead. You know what I mean? So I hope it don't, because coming up, we usually look forward to the Mike Tysons and the Floyd Mayweathers, the Oscar De La Hoyas, the Canelo,
real shit,
the Trinidades, the Roy Joneses, the Butterbeans. Right. All of these types of greats that we've seen that actually, work hard, you know what I mean, that came from that cloth, you know what I mean, of legends, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, fuck, you know what I mean? I remember on Saturdays, staying up late trying to watch these fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watching these pay-per-view fights from the Splitter.
Yeah.
From the Splitter, I'm talking about the A, B, and C. The AB switch. You remember that shit? So like, getting the free fights. So like, it's exciting. Now it ain't too exciting anymore because Floyd upped the price. It's like $100 to watch a fight now, bitch. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
If you want to watch a pay-per-view fight, man, right now it's $100.
That's why niggas splitting that shit now.
That's why niggas getting them sticks.
Yeah.
That's why niggas getting them 5 sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas say, $100 to watch you fight, and then I gotta watch you knock the nigga out in a round. Like, how mad we'll be if we see Mike Tyson fight back in the day for $100?
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, back then it was, it was readable, like $60, $40, something like that.
Yeah. It was like probably like 35, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, 35, 30, 32. I think it was like 32.99, something like that. Or
Right.
something. But like I said, we weren't paying for the fights. We had to split it. So you just sit up there and watch it from the you just wait till the it just have like play movies and shit like that until the actual fight come in. And then you watch the fight. Yeah, because I remember that was the first time I seen the actual original Mortal Kombat on that joint.
Yeah.
That was the first time I seen the original Mortal Kombat on the joint. Was the Splitter. I watched that and a couple of other movies that I seen from the Splitter. And then you can watch, remember the Playboy channel from the Splitter. You're gonna have to go to the Spice channel.
Yep.
You go to the Spice channel. Niggas used to watch the joint from the Splitter. So you know what I mean? Like I said, man. And then your mom come in, you fake sleep, and then oh man, I was watching, Mortal Kombat. What the fuck is this? And they like, yeah, nigga, whatever, man, take your ass to bed. Right. Shut the TV off.
Heard me switch that shit up one time.
But Floyd gonna fuck Jake Paul up.
Yeah,
and we both can agree to that. Floyd is probably the best defensive fighter we all ever seen.
Right.
I'm not even say probably.
Hands down. Hands down.
Is the nigga don't get hit. Right. He's like the Tom Brady of the fucking boxing. Like, he don't get hit.
Pretty much, bro.
Yeah, he don't get hit. So, I mean, I'm going to watch the fight because I'm interested to see how can Logan Paul land a punch on this guy. A clean punch.
I'll be honest.
I don't see it.
Have it does anybody know what the terms are? Like, is it a certain amount of rounds they're gonna fight? Like,
I think it's 10. It's not nothing. It's like hey, he agreed to it, and Floyd pretty much is just like done with the boxing thing. He's just doing shit just to do shit to make money and create money, generate shit. And I'm pretty sure they both in cahoots with each other. It's like wrestling to me, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like the Jake Paul shit was probably like, okay, look, you gonna take my hat. I ain't gonna have a haircut. I'm gonna be very mad. You know what I mean? And then, you never know with this shit nowadays, man. Everything's promotion.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fake in front of that. We all know this shit is baloney.
Yeah.
But I think what's interesting. I'm curious if this guy's even if it's 10 right, like you said. I don't see him making that.
No, I don't see him making it either because like when we say Floyd is a defensive fighter, he's also one of probably the greatest counterpuncher we ever seen too. You know what I mean?
Well,
all these things play a part.
I'm saying like endurance wise, has this guy been fighting? Like, is he doing this?
No, bro. Like not on Floyd level, bro.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm talking about in general. Like,
yeah. I mean, he's been doing celebrity boxing. He's been winning. I think his little brother Jake Paul is better than him, but
has this guy fought 5+ rounds?
I'm not sure. I'm sure. I'm sure one of his fights went to split decisions, but it was a celebrity boxer. So, you know what I mean. With Floyd, that's a whole. This is like I said, this is probably the greatest boxer we ever seen. So, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, do I expect him to last 5 rounds? No, I don't. I don't expect him to last 5 rounds. I think Floyd's gonna go in there and give it a show, play with him, and everything like that. But I don't think he has that type of, who Floyd fight?
Yeah.
For, his resume, bro. Like, come on, bro. Yeah. Come on, Logan Paul. Like, compared to like these great people that Floyd built a resume, and not to mention he's undefeated.
I mean,
he had 50-something fights.
Bro, he fought the best, man.
He fought the best, bro. The best, and in their primes.
Right. And who was it? Diego Corrales.
Diego Corrales, Felix Trinidad, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, he wasn't really in his primes, but he fought Canelo in his primes.
That's what I'm saying. That was definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He fought them all, bro.
Honestly,
Zab Zuda.
Right, I was about to say, even though Zab was, it wasn't like Zab was not. He wasn't in his prime, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
washed. He wasn't washed.
Yeah, he fought all of them. Andre Berto, all them motherfuckers.
When he beat him and then Michael Spinks, that was it.
Yeah,
that was it. When he beat Leon Spinks and them son Michael, he embarrassed him. Like I thought Michael Spinks was gonna be the next nigga. Like I thought I was like, oh yeah, he up. Like he was too good. And when Floyd spanked that nigga, I was like, yo, can't nobody fuck with him. And then he beat Zab and him in the same like 4-month span.
Right, and Zab was Zab. Like, you know what I mean? I remember my dad used to be Zab. Being Dad used to press white his fights, Felix Trinidad, and all these people that we're naming, you know, he beat. like that's what I'm saying.
The other part is, I say this with all love and respect, admiration for Zab, because I'm a Zab Judah fan. I love him. Yo, I was in the joint like I couldn't even swallow, like, because I was so into Zab. And I was like, damn, Zab actually losing. And it was like at the end, Zab managed to knock Floyd down, not knock him out, but knock them down in like the 11th round. And I thought he was gonna win. I thought Floyd was gonna stay down. I was like, oh, that's it, he got him. Like, boom, like yeah, Zab still got it. The nigga got back up, and I was like, oh shit. This nigga can take a chin. He got a chin too. I was like, he got a chin too, because he got right.
You don't know it because the nigga don't get hit.
Right, but I was just like, damn, bro, like you're not supposed to get back up off a Zab Judah hook. That shit is like a hook from Zab.
Right. That was deadly. It was Zab Judah.
That was it, nigga. That was it.
It was
he was, and when Cuz, I was like, yeah, Zab, he got him. Like I thought he had came back, won the fight because he was losing my points. And when the nigga got back up, I said, oh shit, this motherfucker could take a hit too. He not like no soft nigga that, you know, just dodge, run. He could take a motherfucking shit. Nigga got back up, finished out the fight, and still won. 12th round came, that was it. Like he tried.
It's so bad, bro. I don't even think Floyd is really training for this fight. I think he's still drinking. I think he's still going out there fucking bitching. You know that? Like people don't realize though, to prepare for a fight, a true boxer, you know, you don't have sex, you don't drink.
Right.
You eat a certain way. You don't eat sweets and junk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You drink, you're on like a water diet most of the time for most fighters. I don't know if all fighters the same. And that's why I'm saying it takes a lot of dedication to win a fight. The only person that didn't follow those rules was one person, and that's Mike Tyson. You know what I mean?
I mean, but you know, you know, I always felt like Mike had a natural gift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had a natural gift.
He's one of those people, you know, that was like Shaquille O'Neal. Like even Shaquille O'Neal has openly admitted that he don't work hard. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas got that shit, bro. Like, Mike Tyson was
a monster. It was just like it was.
You know what I mean? Like,
remember that interview me and you both watched when he was like talking about something like it kind of reminded me of that joint when remember I don't know if you remember the Rocky 4 when before he fought Ivan Drago.
Nah,
you don't remember that joint?
I'm not a Rocky fan. I don't know any of them.
Yeah, okay. So remember when remember that interview you was watching at the crib, at your crib and shit, and he was like, and when he was talking about, man, that, you know, when that shit was gone, you know, I just couldn't live with myself. You know, it made me feel like a bitch. And I'm like, what? This nigga feel like this one of the greatest fighters of all time feels like a bitch because he's not fighting no more.
Yeah.
And it was just like he just felt like he didn't have nothing to live for, like far as like you know, everything was taken away from him. You know what I mean? Far as because he couldn't compete no more.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So like it's just crazy because now I don't know if you know in talks that him and Evander Holyfield is in talks of fighting again. So
they talking about what?
Yeah, him and Evander Holyfield are in talks of fighting again.
No, I ain't trying to see them niggas fighting.
I don't want to see it either. I feel like it'd be like some type of like, you know, yeah, but you know, a lot of people want to see it, you know. So
yeah, I don't want to. I mean, like, dog, these guys are way beyond their prime. Evander was a monster when he was young and shit like that. Like, I can't. I like the Olympic Evander, you know what I'm saying? Before he went bald and shit like that, he was a beast, but I just can't see that. Lennox Lewis and all of them guys are old, man. They are old, and you know, like I said, I still think Mike Tyson still just is so well like gifted and built, man. Like the way he's built, man, the nigga built like a fucking ox, man. So,
and he still work out too. Still work out constantly.
And look, and it just seems like it's not a lot. It's not hard for him, you know. It just seems like
it's a like we was talking about. It's like a giving thing. Like, you know, this nigga likes to do this shit. You know, hey,
all you got to do is look at this nigga and look at like an average boxer. Like they don't have his stature, they don't have the shoulders, they don't have the leg strength, they don't have the. I mean, the dog had the package, bro. He's like a fucking bulldog. That's what I used to get like that. He's like a fucking bulldog. You can't move no bulldog, bro. You can't move them. It's, you know, they just solid. Like you can't move them, bro. So it didn't take a lot for him to get up under you. You feel me? I think the only other, and I hate to even say like this because some people might take this shit the wrong way. The old heads. So I know y'all motherfuckers probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he was probably like the perfected version of Joe Frazier. He was like the perfect version of him. Like if Joe Frazier was built like him, he would have beat Muhammad Ali. Keep it real. And I'm a Muhammad Ali fan. I'm not trying like, but I'm saying like Joe Frazier just lacked that type of build. He had the fighting style. The nigga could slip punches, you know, will get up under you, but he didn't have the strength. Like as much as not as much as Tyson, bro, where it didn't take but so many punches. Once Tyson, because Tyson was very much like Frazier. He had to slip in, get up on you, cut the ring off. Next thing you know, that nigga dropped a couple bombs on you on the fucking ground.
Frazier, they hit so fucking hard.
So hard. Frazier,
he hit hard, bro. They hit. The motherfucker told me, they said, what was cuz name? Buster Douglas. You remember Buster Douglas?
Yeah.
Yeah, them niggas fought so many times. And then the funny thing about Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, them niggas fought so many times that they fought outside of the ring. They used to fight in the jewelry stores and shit like that. Right. And Buster Douglas said the nigga hit so hard, it feels like you're getting hit by many cars.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not.
You get hit by like many cars, like a mini car. Like, can you imagine? Like, man, I don't even want it. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't even want a nigga to hit me like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. Like, shit.
I remember when I was watching this joint where they was talking about how, you know, he had told me Muhammad Ali was gonna get Larry Holmes back for him because Larry Holmes beat him when he was Muhammad Ali when he got older and shit like that. And man, I'm talking about like, dog, this nigga literally Ali was in the ring and told him like, get this nigga. Man, this nigga destroyed this nigga, dog. And I was like, that's how you know. Like, this nigga told this nigga, like, no, I'm gonna get this nigga for you, dog. I'm gonna get this motherfucker for what he did to you and shit. Man, that nigga went in there and flushed this nigga. He told him he was gonna knock him the fuck out. And what did he do? Boy, he knocked the nigga out like 3 fucking times, man. They had to stop the fight. He had that nigga falling all over the fucking ring. And I was like, yeah, that's shit. That's what I mean. Like, you don't, that's not every fighter can't do that.
Yeah.
Straight flat out, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out. Like, that shit ain't happening, bro. You may get lucky or you might, you know what I'm saying, do well, but the straight telling motherfucker, I'm knocking this nigga out tonight. Like, that's enough for me, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, you know, younger dude was older, but at the same time, I'm just saying that motherfucker was bigger than him. Like I was bigger than that nigga. He was still taller, much bigger than him. He still fucking put that nigga on his ass. Right. We pull this clip right quick.
Get Al Heyman. Yeah. Let me call Al Heyman. What's nigga happening? Come on. 2 in 1 night. Got you.
Hey. His ass now.
He ran off on that joint. That shit crazy, bro. They don't know who they fucking with. That's the sad thing about it. I think, like, you know what I mean? You watch that shit, you just like, damn, they don't know who they fucking with. Like, you know? That shit wild. That shit wild.
Yeah, bro, that shit, but it's like distasteful, bro. That's why I didn't really want to do this, man. I ain't want, because I think you're right too. I think this is some wrestling type shit. This shit weird.
But that's what I said. I think it's just like some type of like promotion shit. And,
I can't even see.
you know, hey, you know what I mean?
Like that.
It is. But I'm just telling you what I think. And you know, hey, you know, I just think it's some type of like, you know, promotion type shit. Niggas trying like a wrestling match, you know? Hey.
Yeah, bro, that's what that look like. Cause I don't see Floyd doing no shit like that. That's crazy.
I mean, even if he's not, bro, it's just like one of those things where he's just like, damn, bro, like.
The only last time, I ain't gonna lie though, when I seen something like this happen with Floyd was, I think when it wasn't Miguel. Was it Miguel Cotto? I don't think it was Miguel Cotto. But it was one of them niggas, man, and Sugar Shane Mosley was about to find the nigga smacked this girl ass. Now that joint was real. I remember that shit like yesterday. That shit was real. He smacked her on the ass at the weigh-in.
I didn't want to see that joint.
Oh, you sure? You want to see it?
I don't even want to see that joint.
Oh man, I gotta.
Mosley, man.
I can't remember what it was.
He was a bad motherfucker too, man.
Oh man, hold on. I gotta find. Diego. I think it might was not one Diego Perez. Hold on.
Sugar Shane Mosley is a bad motherfucker too. They don't give my man credit too, man.
Yeah. He ain't no legend.
Nah, Sugar Shane was like that, bro.
Nah, he ain't no legend.
Man, Paco was just talking about that shit. He was like, man,
Nah, no legend.
He gave off.
Hold on. This is the joint. Yeah, this one he had when I remember Mayorga, he was all right. That nigga was nice. I don't know if he's still around, but he was this shit was real. This was real.
Oh yeah, I remember this joint.
Shit. Hold on, I gotta rewind it.
I remember this joint.
Damn. I never seen it that close. It was always blurry.
Now I remember that joint. You went the fuck off, he choked.
Man,
I remember that shit.
Beat his ass. That nigga said, oh.
Smack the fuck out of him. I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
I just can't wait. I'm gonna kill him. I get the ring.
He said, yeah.
Go right for him and just start throwing punches.
He smacked my ass.
No, I understand.
And you should have killed him when he did it.
I tried. So, but who's holding me?
Everybody's grabbing everybody, holding everybody's back.
Are you thinking about pressing charges? I mean, that's definitely.
I don't need to press charges. There's nothing that a cop's gonna do more than what he's gonna do. And you're gonna kill his ass, beat his ass. I want to just see you kicking his butt, like seriously, on the ground. I don't care. There's no ref stopping you.
The whole
Kill his
time.
ass.
Don't this seem a little rough for like
An extra $10,000
WWE?
to sit his ass there with his hands behind his back and let me punch him for like 5 minutes.
Eso lo hice.
Pause.
Yo respeto para sacarle al novio de la cabeza que no esté concentrado y peleé bastante tonto.
Okay, with all the respect, I did this to get in her boyfriend's head. I did it because, I'm gonna, have him very upset. Ricardo,
Nah, this seemed a little WWE-ish to me.
If you sit down.
Nah, that wasn't no WWE shit right there. That was that's the same thing Roberto Durant did to Sugar Ray Leonard. That was smart.
Yeah, you're trying to build promo.
No,
What I think of is like, remember when The Rock used to come out?
No, bro, no, that's not the same thing. You didn't listen to what he said. He said, "I'm fucking with his head." Roberto Durant did the same thing to Sugar Ray Leonard. I didn't know that's what he was shooting for. He did the same thing to Sugar Ray Leonard. That's how Roberto Durant beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time. He fucked with his girl. Sugar Ray Leonard was all caught up in his emotions and his girl and da da da. He couldn't even focus on the fight, and he got his ass whooped. That was smart. But that shit's not the same as what. That's what I'm trying to mean. That wasn't the same what Floyd just did. That shit like WC, nigga. That was real. You can see it. That wasn't scripted, bro. That nigga was trying to strangle his ass, and by the time security got a hold of him, he couldn't do nothing. But that nigga was hot, bro. That wasn't that. I don't think a nigga gonna script no ass smacking. You gotta pay me like $30 million. For you to just smack my girl ass at the weigh-in on national television? No. Fuck no. I'm gonna be like, yeah, y'all can kiss my ass about that promo. You're not doing none of that shit. You do that shit if you want. I'm gonna get my man to clap you. Ain't gonna be no fight. Ain't gonna be no fight. I'm like, oh, I bet. You did, I bet. My man out there in the back of the Suburban, he gonna smoke you. You ain't gonna be no fight. He gonna smoke your ass. End the story.
So my man gonna clap you. He's
clap your ass, boy.
Yeah, man. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do nowadays.
Yeah, but got some sad news. Apparently, Texas linebacker Jake Ehlinger, excuse me, I don't want to mispronounce his name, Ehlinger. Young brother Sam Ehlinger found dead. Apparently, was found dead on May 6th. And yeah. They said the death's not considered suspicious. He was 20. That's pretty suspicious. And no cause of death or details were released. That is, what the fuck kind of shit is that? Someone's not suspicious. That is pretty suspicious if you ask me.
Nah, man, it is, man. But at the end of the day, you know, hopefully, man, rest in peace to him, man. Hopefully he can get justice to what the fuck happened, man. And you know, I can't really say too much about it because we don't know too much about the story.
Right.
But you know, hopefully he get the justice that he deserves.
Man, it's crazy. They're not releasing no information.
So, you know that's how it be.
I hope bro didn't. I hope he didn't commit suicide or something.
I hope not either.
Because they may have been what it was, and they didn't want to release it to the public. That's weird. Like it's no cause of death, no COD, but they talking about it wasn't suspicious. Like that's
we'll find out later. Find out later. We keep the fans posted.
Man, we'll keep y'all posted on this shit and prayers to the family. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Bro would have probably moved on to probably go to the league and have a family and do all that shit, man.
Right.
You never know, man. You know, some people just happy, man. You know, you never know what happens, man.
Right.
Shit. That's all I can say. I thought that shit was gonna have a COD. I didn't realize that shit. They didn't have no cause of death. Damn. All right. Shit, these pop up. What the fuck is this? Oh, yeah, all right. This is just some random shit I seen. So apparently there's a rocket that's supposed to be fucking going in the sky. I guess it's cheap because it's made in China. China made a rocket. It's not that good. I guess it's cheap. They didn't spend a lot of money developing. So they saying be advised, the bitch gonna be falling out the sky, some shit like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hurtling back to Earth. No, you are almost certain not going to be hit by a 10-story, 10 people while hurtling back to Earth. That said, the chances are not zero though. Part of China's largest rocket, the Long March 5B, is tumbling out of control in orbit. Wow, this is some dumb shit. This is why the motherfucker need to start fucking around with space.
Oh my God. Look,
leave that shit alone. Like, we was just talking about this shit the other week. Leave space alone, bro. That's not our place. We're down here for a fucking reason.
I'm done talking about it. You can talk about space. I am done talking about space, man. It's just it's crazy that it's just like we don't understand that. We don't understand that shit.
Right.
Figure out what the fuck is going on. We don't even know what the fuck is going on right here first. Let's figure out what the fuck is going on out here before we go on.
We got a whole pandemic going on down here.
Yeah, we got a whole pandemic, new diseases every time. Like, let's figure out what the fuck is going on down here before I figure out. I don't have nothing to say about space. Fuck space. Oh, we're gonna be dead and gone before we gotta figure out what's going on. Our kids gonna be dead and gone trying to figure out what space got going on. Let's figure out what we got going on at home.
Right.
Let's cure some of these diseases.
Right.
Fuck all that other shit.
You know, it's fucking wild you say that because it's like that's a real statement, man. It's like I don't even understand how, you know what I mean? Like, we're spending a lot of money to do that kind of shit, and we need that.
Yeah, and I don't, that's like I said, I'm not even gonna get on the satisfaction. I don't even want to talk about it too long. Because at the end of the day, people, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's figure out what the fuck we got going on down here. It's some shit that from X and X and X amount of years. Y'all, I want people to understand it's a whole record book of shit that we don't know and we don't understand that's still here on Earth where we at. And they trying to sit up there and just say, all right, like fuck it, let's jump to space. No, nigga. No. Yeah. That's like you sit up there trying to skip to the 6th grade when you actually in kindergarten.
Right.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
We ain't America. Earth is in kindergarten, bro. And they trying to go to basically to like middle school when it comes to
yeah. It might be.
Guess what? We found out what space is light years away.
Well, like I said, like.
Yeah, the space is light years away. So how the fuck we gonna figure out something that we don't know nothing about? And if we do know about it, we ain't getting no information about it. I don't know shit about space that much. All I know is planets and stars.
Like, it reminds me of the same thing where in the sea world, right? Because you know to me that's like another world, and it's a certain point in which man can't go past a certain sea depth, or it'll completely crush your body. Like literally, it'll just like you did. You know what I'm saying? Because of water pressure.
Right.
They haven't even developed the type of tanks to be able to go down there. They just can't do it yet. They still don't have the ability to do something like that. And so it's a whole, they have to send like these cameras down there. It's a whole slew of creatures down there that they don't have like names for and shit.
And that's why I said I don't even worry about that shit no more. Like when it comes to that shit, because the people, like, I think people are basically like they don't know what the fuck is going on. They think they know.
And honestly, like for me, I look at a lot of shit with like respect for creation and the mystic of like when our ancestors were here, you know what I'm saying? Like the most they did was look up to the stars. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go wandering into that shit. And man, gonna fuck up. You know, I'm not like, I know alien shit, but I'm just saying, like, I think sometimes we get a little too curious and think we know too much. Because think about how wise our ancestors was. They could read the stars. They could know when it's about to rain, or when it's about to, snow, all these things. They had astronomy, astrology around that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the zodiac and all that stuff. They didn't even need to go up there. All they did was look at what they was shown, you know what I'm saying, and then built their own shit from that. But like the fact that we didn't dabble into that shit, the sea world, we didn't dabble into that shit. Like, come on, man, we don't got, that's not our world, bro. This is like you said, we here, bro. All we need to do is worry about what's going on up here. We can't even get that shit together.
No, we can't. We can't get this virus together. You know, I mean, we can't we still got people dying from this virus. We got people dying for the COVID shot. And we still can't get that shit together. So like, let's just focus. Like I tell people all the time, baby steps.
Yeah.
What I was talking to you today about, I said, dog, the biggest thing I pray for is what? Patience. Patience. And that's what America needs to pray for. And far as everybody on this planet need to pray for. We need to pray for patience.
Yeah.
Let's be patient about doing things. Let's not just run into a certain situation because we so intrigued. It's like I feel like this planet is like a relationship, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you're so intrigued on what's going on over here, but you forget about what you did wrong,
right?
And why things are so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? It's like sometimes we be so quick to just give up on shit.
Right.
And then hope and that this situation will be better.
Right.
And don't realize that maybe we are the fucked up source of this shit. Maybe we brung fucked up shit into this environment. And I feel like that's what I feel like about us. Like we're not, if it's other life forms and everything like that, we're not ready for that shit.
Right.
We're not ready for that shit because we're gonna bring fucked up shit. Like, because we still talking about race.
Yep. We still can't
We're
get
still
along.
talking about race.
We
Can
still
you imagine if an alien came down? What the fuck? Come on, we're not ready for that shit. We're talking about race, then an alien, then a different alien come, then a different alien come, then a different alien come. You know what I mean? We're not ready for that, bro. We gotta get ourselves together before we,
I think honestly, it's almost that type of shit. I'm like, I would hope motherfuckers got enough sense to bring their shit come together. If we had like an invasion, not even just alien, like another country trying to invade, I would hope motherfuckers would be.
They're not gonna come together because they're stuck in their ways, bro. People, you gotta understand. Like I was telling like my mother this. Like some people are raised this way. Some people are raised up of color. And it's not even just white people. Black people are raised up of color too.
Yeah. True.
No, and that's not sit up here and say it's just white people, black people, Latino people, Asian people, this, that, and third. You gonna see any race and sit up there and say, I can't date you. Why? Because you're this color or this religion, or do you for this and the third.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know what I mean? We're not ready for that type of somebody from a different life form that looks different than us. They say them then and say, I'm ready for you. We're not even ready for ourselves. We can't even accept ourselves. We can't even accept the color. We can't even accept a different language. We can't accept a different religion. We can't accept. Some people can't even accept that if you smoke and I drink.
Yep.
Let's think about that.
Yeah, no, it's petty.
Some people can't accept that if you're vegan and I eat meat.
Yeah.
We're not ready, bro.
Yeah.
Not ready.
Can't unite, man.
We're not ready, bro.
All this division, man. I get you.
It's a divide. Everything's a divide. We're not trying to get together. We're not trying to figure out the common goal.
Right.
We're going nowhere fast, bro.
Yeah. I always agree with you and say that shit. That's it's just.
We're going nowhere fast.
Yeah, that's just reality, man.
It's reality, bro. And that's what I'm saying. And niggas talking about they right for aliens. No, you're not. You can't even accept the fuck you see every day.
Yeah, man. Well, even
you can't accept a biracial relationship.
Right.
You can't accept two males having a relationship, two females having a relationship.
Niggas think they ready for aliens, bro. We can't even handle our albino person.
I didn't even talk about that shit.
If a motherfucker see an albino, especially the ones that have the really bad blind disease, I'm not sure. Funny, like a lot of them have like issue with vision. A lot of times that's why you see they be like this or something. You be like, why they look Chinese or something like that? Like, nah, it's because most albino people end up. I was watching a documentary, end up being like blind. And
didn't know that.
Get real bad, like cataracts. What's the other joint? Glaucoma. Glaucoma. Yeah, they get real bad glaucoma, and like it made me be like unignorant towards it. I was like, oh, that's why they be looking like that, or their eyes be looking like half shut or something like that. It's a disease that come with the melanin and the skin color that whole ends up with vision disease. And so when we see somebody like that, we be thinking that's an alien. Think about it. Right. Staring and like, what the fuck? Why do you look like that? The fuck their skin and what the fuck? I'm telling you, you be acting like them over the alien. Just keeping it real.
No, you keep it real, man. And we all been keeping it real all night, man. It's just one of those things where it's just like, people can't accept things that is different. I really feel like that way. I feel like people, it comes like to a point where it's scary for you because it's just like it's not normalized because you're not used to it. So if you're not used to seeing people on TV, magazines, all this other stuff, how are you gonna be used to seeing shit that you never even seen before?
Right.
You seen black people, you seen white people, you seen Asians, you seen Latinos, Indian, Hindus, all types of shit. You seen all these type of things. But how are you going to accept that something you haven't even seen before?
Right.
What is gonna come? Like, okay, all right, no, we're gonna go human against alien. You know what I mean? That's what you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, like, hey, then we're gonna have a like. I don't get like if that shit exists, we're not ready for it.
I'm gonna tell you like
what's the next?
Like this. America has no loyalty to anybody, so they're probably gonna do some shit, make a deal. If they were, let's just say hypothetically, they did really come in contact with aliens, America will probably do something shiesty to their ass. Like yeah. You know what I'm saying? They always doing something shiesty to other countries, or stealing their money, or stealing their oil, or their gold, or their guns. Like they'll probably make some deals with them niggas. Like, all right, we gonna steal their ships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like they did the our indigenous ancestors. They came in, oh yeah, we gonna be nice, and yeah, we come to trade, and we gonna kill y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it. Matter of fact, we're gonna put y'all as slaves. We're not gonna kill all y'all. We're
gonna try to slave the aliens, bro. They're fucking like, y'all come to our planet, let us come to yours. They're going there, drink secretly, try to kill their ass, like kidnap.
This is the next subject. I don't even like thinking of it.
Man, terrible, man. We got no loyalty, no dignity when it comes to that kind of shit.
Yep. What's the next subject, Brody?
Yeah. We got Melinda Gates and Bill Gates. I thought this was hilarious. Because all these old
man, we have to do a 3-part joint to this joint.
Well, this is just about they split, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's funny. Like Jeff Bezos, him and his bitch divorced, and now they divorced, and I don't know what this shit.
They getting a divorce. They apply for a divorce. They're not divorced, but they gotta apply for a divorce.
Who?
Bill Gates and his wife.
Great divorce.
It is a great divorce. You know how much money in that shit?
Say it again.
You know how much money in that divorce?
Let's look. I don't know.
Billions of dollars. Put it that way.
The great divorce.
And they've been married for what, 20, almost 30 years.
They're tired of each other.
Yeah, it happens. It happens, man. You know, social media and everything like that. And Bill Gates probably seen a woman with fat asses. He probably seen Megan Thee Stallion or some shit.
You stupid as shit, dog.
He probably seen Sweetie and all them motherfuckers.
I think
Cardi B. He probably seen Cardi B. Like, God damn, she fat as shit.
They got that bag.
Wife in the house, laying in the bed. Why you looking at these bitches? Why you liking these bitches' pictures? And bitch, I made Microsoft. I can like whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Bitch, if it wasn't for me, it wouldn't be no social media.
Right.
That don't mean you got like their pictures, Bill, and Bill probably got the fuck off. Crazy.
I genuinely
and
think
he probably said, nigga, I divorced. He's like, go ahead, bitch. I don't care. I got money. I can pay for you. And she probably did it, and that's what we hit, you know.
I don't know. I genuinely think that money is just very like that. You gotta be careful, you know, because
you gotta be careful. But like my man Top Gun Bill, like you know what I mean. You Top Gun Bill, you definitely gotta be careful.
I think them niggas hitting up with bitches.
Yeah, I know Bill hitting up with bitches. And the nigga created Microsoft. You think he create no bitches on the side? Meet no bitches or anything like that.
We know this shit. Like I'm
pretty sure Bill got side kids.
What bitch would sit there and wait till they're 50 to do something like this?
I'm telling you, Bill got side kids in there the whole time, man. I'm not.
Oh no, they definitely. I know it, man. They're hitting up with joints, bro. And them bitches got tired. They like, all right, look, we 50. Go ahead and just hit them bitches, man. But I'm not sticking around for this shit. You get embarrassed.
I ain't got nothing else to say about Bill, man. Bill the man. I look at the Bill. And,
yeah, man. These great divorces, man. The great divorce, 50 and over. Jeff Bezos just did it too. Yeah, man.
What's next?
Shit. Oh shit! Yeah, this was pretty crazy. So, 4 years after an execution, a different man's DNA is found on a murder weapon. So, yeah, man, this shit is wild. There was a brother too. God damn, they petty as shit. Fuck New York Times. They don't want to let me see the damn story, but that's all right. We got it on this joint. I just wanted to throw this out here because I think he deserved to be mentioned and shit. Because this was fucked up. Yeah. Governor, you're wrong. At the news conference Tuesday, Governor Hutchinson defended Mr. Lee execution. It's my duty to carry out the law. He said, adding to the fact that the jury found him guilty based upon the information they had. So yeah, I mean, fucking yeah. So unfortunately, we can't get the whole situation. I'm trying to see if I can find like a little bit more information on it, but yeah. Basically, this dude, they had found out it was DNA. It wasn't his DNA. He actually executed. His name was Liddell Lee. Liddell Lee. So yeah, shout out to the Lee family and Liddell Lee, man. Rest in peace. Like, yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
And you know, this is. I think it's shit like this that really Black Lives Matter. This is when they should really be stepping up. You know what I'm saying? Not just always on this shit about shit that can go viral on social media. You know?
Yeah, police brutality.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean about. That's how you know they whole agendas there. But I ain't here to bash them. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing our thing. Let them do theirs. But
I get it.
This is ridiculous. Like y'all, somebody should NCAACP some motherfucking body. Like. It's fucking 2021, bro. This shit shouldn't even be happening. Honestly, with all the technology we got, forensics, all that shit, like, nah. This shit is unacceptable. What state was this? Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
I bet you it was some Texas shit. I don't say, but I bet you shit was somewhere in Texas, some shit like that. Trying to find out.
Rest in peace. What's the movie on next?
Yeah. Shit, that's all we got, man. Dogecoin goes to $1. I did want to mention that. Shout out to Doge.
Oh yeah, Dogecoin, man. Yeah, you want $1. And what's our other term? We got fuck. I don't want to say it wrong.
Huh?
No, I said we got another joint we got going on.
Ether. I know
Yeah.
that's just, the name is just always it's hard to always say, but I always try to remember the song Ether.
I called that motherfucker Urethra one day.
I know I've done it a bunch of times, and I had to go remember that it was like I think about Nas and I go, oh, Ethereum, but I do Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum, man. But nah, man. Yeah, go ahead and put $20, $25, man. Get y'all some money, man. Cryptocurrencies. Join us.
Yeah, man.
Nas said it best. Oh man, you gotta hear that song when Nas said. He said, "Man, I'm a cryptocurrency Scarface." He said, "Join us." That shit was cool. I was like, "Damn, man."
We said that Khaled song?
Huh?
We said that on that Khaled song with Jay-Z?
Yeah, the Jay-Z. He said that. He said, "I'm a cryptocurrency called Scarface. Join us." I was like, "Damn, nigga."
I mean, man, shit.
It made me want to put more money when he said that.
Man, look, I'm like, bro, like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, the way I look at this shit is, it's either you going, what do they say?
Get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
Y'all be so quick to put on money in them balls at the table and buying Paul girls.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I know what's gonna happen. And I see, this is why I said this shit was made by the gods. I always tell people it was made by the gods. But I'm gonna tell you something. For a long time, the nerds was always the niggas who, if you didn't make it big and had some type of job, you were still kind of like a square. And then it was rappers and football players. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna be nerds now. Who the ballers, and I'm gonna tell you, it's because the motherfuckers was ignorant of shit and not fucking with this shit and trying to act like, oh man, that shit ain't about nothing and that shit ain't no real money. Bro, they're gonna be fucking like, it's gonna be so bad in regret that some people, like I'm telling you, some people gonna become millionaires behind this. Motherfuckers gonna be going, why the fuck didn't I do that shit, bro? I'm dumb as shit. Type of shit. 10 years from now, they're gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it was that easy. Why the fuck I ain't do it? Type shit. You're gonna feel real stupid because it's almost like too easy at this point. Especially like, that's why even when I hit you, like, yo, we gotta do Doge, you know, like, bro, some niggas already started dropping 10 bands in the Doge. All just because they already know, like, bro, the shit's gonna jump back. That's all. I was like, bro, let's get up. You know, we gotta get to it next, because it already hit $1.
I don't even want to talk about it, man. It's like, nah, man. They don't, like, I'm not talking about it no more, bro. Because I feel like we put.
I'm gonna just say this last thing. This coin is gonna be, I think, one, because Ethereum is banging like shit. I don't think it's gonna pass that at all, but this gonna be that third trending coin. How it came out behind Bitcoin. This joint is gonna do the same thing. That's the only reason I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, this joint gonna have so much. The UK is on this joint hard. Like, all, you know, everybody's on this joint hard, and mainly because Elon Musk, the same nigga like made Tesla, made this joint. So it's like, I'm telling you. Miss out, don't talk shit about people. Don't discourage nobody if you don't want, you know, you don't like it or you don't understand it. Don't discourage nobody. It's this shit. It's like, hands down, it's just self-explanatory. And I'm almost going to put all my fucking money into it. I've been tempted several times, but you know what I mean? I'm really just, when Coinbase drop these debit cards, nigga, I might go all in. I may not even have a bank account no more, nigga. Straight up, just because why not? Why not have an interest-bearing debit where I can spend my money and I'm still making money at the same time? You ain't gotta worry about saving no bread. That's when this shit gonna be a game changer. That's gonna be the biggest problem when debit cards come out. You can be able to walk in the joint, spend 10 bands, and you still gonna be able to make your money back off the market in a few months. like do that right now at all. Like all this interest-bearing accounts at the banks are on 0.09%. I mean, go put 10,000 in that joint, you're gonna get 10 cents a month. And I did this shit, so I know.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up tonight, man. It's been a late night.
Yeah, we already hour in, you know what I mean? Shit, an hour and a half. We gotta cut that shit off because we're not doing no more 2 hours.
Yeah, man, we can't do that no more. We was talking about that shit. Niggas is tired. Niggas be having shit to do. Yeah, and I gotta get up at 8 in the morning.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, man, we appreciate y'all listening to the content. Google Podcasts, our podcast,
Sure.
Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that type of shit, man. Y'all hit that Patreon if you can.
Yeah. All y'all motherfuckers out there that swear y'all hardcore fans, man, donate $1. Y'all keep listening for free, man. Throw us $1. You know what I'm saying?
Donate a McDouble.
A sandwich. You know, y'all gift cards, man. Offer us some.
Y'all got real libraries, a case of water. I'm thirsty as shit.
And in a minute, we're gonna start accepting cryptocurrency, like all these.
Yeah, that'd be straight. Man, y'all niggas be really fucked up then. Well, man, we can love y'all though for listening. Man, we gonna call it a night tonight, cause yeah.
I just want everybody to know this is the future.
Oh shit.
CBD, nigga.
CBD.
CBD.
Let y'all know.
This
is my future.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. Your ass.
That's it.
But just let you know, like this moon rock CBD. Moon, I found that shit, bro. Yeah, so
don't go to hell.
All y'all trappers in the street, it's over.
It's
over. This shit is
I
better
told
than
you
I got.
about to be settled, but that's a different story, man. Let's kid it.
It's all CBD, nigga. That's all.
We good, man. Everybody, man. Thank y'all. Y'all could have been here in the world, anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that, man. Man, shit, I gotta get some sleep because I gotta get
up. You already out. Your eyes closed, dog.
My eyes is fucking like, oh shit. You know you gotta get a rain, right? I was like, oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. But y'all be careful out there, protect yourself at all times.
Oh, exactly. And we coming at y'all tomorrow.
Yep, and we right back to
it. Exactly. Actually, we're in the morning.
Yeah, we back.
Back in the morning.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, and for everybody that's saying that we are gonna bring more content out. We got something coming for y'all because I'm about to be starting. We got a lot of shit coming to y'all really quick. So y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, and I just want to add this last part that anybody who is a subscriber to the streaming platforms, hey, y'all gotta make some donations, and then we'll release more episodes of that platform. We gonna keep doing YouTube because this shit costs the money. You might want to, you're an Apple Music person, Spotify. You might want to throw a couple $dollars at us because we spend money with us. That's the last thing.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Yep.